Okay.
Alright, fuckers! It's your boy, Razor has a skinny pin. Just kidding. It's your boy, Taco God, Nightwolf Kuro,
Fuck you.
the Lord and Savior and Creator of Lady Gaga.
Motherfucker.
Ripped off a piece of my toenail, threw it to Earth,
Ugh.
created her. So we have some lovely guests today. What are your names, lovelies?
You just said my name. I'm good.
I am
Oh yeah.
the Angel Wolf, aka Celestial the Creeper. I don't fucking know anymore.
Celestial
fuck are you?
Bestial. That's what that is. What
What?
Celestial Bestial.
I'm gonna kill you.
Next person. Fuck you, man, over there. What's your name?
Who?
He knows who I'm talking to. Come on.
Oh,
My name is actually Victor Hale. Do not pay attention to the "fuck you" shirt that was designed by Lulena before I came here.
Do not pay attention. He wrote on his shirt with a white marker before when he fell asleep. He didn't know. He just found out. Lastly, the lovely woman over there. Raise your hand and tell the judge what you ordered, which is your name.
Are you serious?
Just answer the question. What is your name? Is that so hard? It's the first question on the quiz. It should be the easiest one.
Well, sorry, I was busy.
Answer the question. What is your name?
This is fucking nightmare. There.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's a great name. I'm gonna fuck you later. Anyway.
Fuck off.
No.
Razor, you have escaping. Just chill out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Are you sure about that?
ladies and gentlemen, if she won't say her name is
Bob the
Skinny
Builder. What's
penis.
going with this?
no. Her name is Nightmare Clyde. If you know what I mean.
Are you serious? Shut up.
Well, what a lovely fucking shot we have here.
That dildo's a nightmare.
Lovely start, isn't it?
Indeed.
Today, my lovelies, we're here to the future that is fucking terrible. Many people die. George Lucas, he dies. No
A lot of Devin Gore.
Bob the Builder, he survived, but he died by a
Death.
tragic death.
Error.
He died by blood loss of
Scooter.
a hangnail. Yes.
He died by a scooter.
Razor, he died of violent masturbation to a Yang photo.
I'm going to murder you after this.
Please do. I encourage it. I want to die. So we're here to bring you a lovely story for your fucking ears. Good, right?
I mean, I have an orgasm, so.
Yeah, go ahead and have a fucking orgasm during the stream. See if your parents don't fucking drop it from the. I'm sorry. To say this,
Question. If anybody question. If everybody here masturbates to the stream, which balls will drop first?
I'm just saying, children.
Balls need to go.
My lovely scoobers. If you're masturbating to a role playing stream,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
you're going with your life, but it better be in a mental hospital. Thank you. Now,
Thank you.
what we're going to do the future of these lovely people. That one over there gets fucked to existence. The other one over there dies. One of them loses a penis. Not going to say which one.
It's me,
And
isn't
the
it?
other one seems to lost the sleeves to his shirt over there. Damn.
Oh, that's
you don't
me,
got
thank you.
muscles. Put your sleeves back up.
I can't. They're ripped apart. I can't. It's ripped apart.
Oh, and don't worry. If you guys were looking for a shiny Riolu, it crapped itself and died.
Don't worry. It
I
committed Sudoku.
I think before it died, it decided to rub that crap all over its skin because that fur's ugly. All right. Before I start ripping on everything in the world.
Let's get the show fucking going.
Yeah, let's get the shit show on the road, can we?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want Master. Yes, I'm gonna die.
Which one of you guys is going to start doing narrations?
Points to Victor.
Points
Me
to
and my me
fuckboy.
and my 69 voice.
You're 60.
All
No,
right,
don't.
fuck boy, get on with the fucking story.
Let me eat the popcorn.
Yeah, let me go
Okay.
buy popcorn.
My God!
I'm sorry, Kirby. I didn't ask for fucking Kirby audio.
Kirby.
All right.
Kirby, go and hell will be huge.
All right. Look.
What's wrong with you?
All right. I'm just saying. Whenever I signed up for audiobook.com, I didn't ask for it to be Kirby fucking doing my audiobooks. Can we get Morgan Freeman, please?
It's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, let's
All
go
right,
Morgan
fine,
Freeman.
fine. I'll take care of it. It was on a dark and stormy night.
It was
No,
a dark and a stormy
no,
night.
Was it
It was a
really
chicken.
Was it really storming, or was it really just fucking windy?
I can't. I'm trying to draw it. Listen, damn it.
I earned a freckle.
This has just become a shit show. Let's go with this.
Anyways, let's just get this over with.
Okay, fine. I'll be serious.
Take this seriously, please.
All right, fine. I'll be serious.
Damn it, Razor. You have to ruin the serious mood with your lovely burps coming from your lovely palate over there.
Indeed. But yeah, let's get this continued.
Yes,
Okay.
continue, please, Morgan Freeman. I love my
Okay.
story today.
All right. How it begins when it begins, whether it goes on the cold trail, darkness falls while a ray of light rises. Before the day, a wolfman's fall. After, just before the fight began, you guys sense something odd?
I do, honestly.
Nightwolf?
Something don't smell right here.
Well, come to think of it, if it really is time, then I guess it was good that a Nightwolf came back from the future. Closes his eyes, trying to sense the premises. Out of nowhere, a figure appeared.
Sarah,
Get back!
Sarah was back. Holy fuck!
A large figure had come crashing down, making an earthquake.
Holy shit!
Oh, it's trying to be mad about that.
Well,
Yeah, true.
ain't this a surprise?
Sarah looks, and who the hell do you think you are, and who the hell are you?
I am Excalibur, for I am wielded by the King of Hell.
Well, he did.
He dead though.
But you see, Excalibur never changes. The King always does. Just because Eirik was killed, who says his disciple wasn't?
Pulls out a silver blade.
Sarah's ears lowered, and he pulls out his diamond sword. Oh hell no!
Victor pulls out his diamond blade as well.
All right, rips off his arm and transforms it to a sword mode. I guess we're doing this.
We are actually doing this. Let's go! Sharo runs at Excalibur with the diamond blade ready to strike.
Excalibur hits Shiro in the gut with the hilt of the blade and then tries to cut Shiro in half, but Victor blocks the attack.
Holy shit! Alright, we'll play that. So utilizes his demonic powers, and two flames start to spin around them and go to hit Excalibur.
Excalibur gets hit, feeling a grace.
Oh,
So this is what it's like to feel alive. Try to give me another scratch. His eyes flare green.
Sure, no problem, asshole. Comes out from behind and tries to cut him on the back.
Elbows him in the gut, and then tries to cut Nightwolf, but Victor once again blocks the attack.
Cheryl moves and strikes Excalibur in the back with the diamond blade.
Oh, you'll pay for that.
Spins around, yanking Shiro off, and then throws Shiro's sword back at Shiro.
Cheryl grows, kicks his diamond blade into the air and catches it by the hilt. Yeah, okay. You think you're intimidating, but honestly, you're a piece of shit.
Just as Shiro finished his sentence, Excalibur was standing right in front of him at top speed.
Shiro flinches and goes to strike Excalibur.
Excalibur blocks most of the attacks, hitting Shiro in the gut and tosses him towards Nightwolf.
Shiro skids back a bit. Ah, you are definitely going to go back to hell where you belong.
Chop you in half.
Cut me in half. What an interesting proposition. As Nightwolf was going right behind Excalibur, Excalibur tried to put his blade behind him and move it upwards to cut Nightwolf.
Shiro moves and stops the attack, blocking it with the silver blade. No, not a silver blade, the diamond blade.
Manages to put enough force to put a crack in the diamond blade.
Shiro stands his ground, trying to make sure the diamond blade doesn't break, and also to make sure Nightwolf is safe. I ain't gonna let you hurt my friend!
Stay back, Shiro. This might be a fight I'll have to take care of.
Shiro looks over to David. Oh, hell no. You ain't fighting on your own.
I'm the one this monster wants. I'm the one
Again, you're not fighting on your own.
I'm the one that killed Eric, remember?
Eric.
Whatever.
You always were dumb with names, man.
Well, I was never good with names because sometimes I barely care to remember them. In any event, if this one is created by Riku, then it is my fight to do.
You are not fighting alone. That is a big hell of a no.
I did not say I was going to fight alone. I said stay back. You know what I mean by this.
Oh.
Gets into a stance that Excalibur hadn't seen before. Excalibur reads it, was intrigued, and goes into his own stance.
I was created, therefore I must show my identity.
Gets into an unfamiliar stance as well.
Shiro watches, but has diamond blade ready to strike.
Victor goes in for the attack. Excalibur and Victor, trading blows with each other, manage to become equal.
You are good.
And then again, I was born yesterday after all. Not a surprise that Eirik had trouble beating you. However, I am not Eirik. Goes in for a final strike to attack Victor. Victor manages to block the attack and predict the next move. But then Excalibur surprises him hitting him in the heart and tossing him back.
Back!
All right, asshole, my turn.
Watch it!
Chopping you in half.
Watch it! Excalibur predicts that Nightwolf was going to go and was prepared to attack. Lunges his sword upward to cut off Nightwolf's arm.
Shadow growls in anger and his eyes turn almost like a dark black. You sneaky little son of a bitch!
As soon as Shiro finished his sentence, Excalibur tried to go Shiro, but
Shadow moves using his steel flame, striking Excalibur back into a tree.
impressive.
You're really going back into fucking hell after what you did.
Then come at me, soldier. After all, since Victor's pretty much defeated, I have no use but to kill you. Eyes glowed green.
Shadow's eyes were black, but almost the color of his teal flames. He goes into a stance that was created by his ancestor Jack.
Excalibur realizes you are the one I have to kill. Gets into a stance that takes advantage of Jack Tozaku's advantages.
Shadow moves and goes to strike Excalibur.
Excalibur takes most of the hits, but then Excalibur does a surprise attack, nailing him to the ground.
Damn it! Shadow looks up at Excalibur and gets ready to block the attack.
That stance of yours is quite the elementary when it comes to you. You think you're Jack Tozaku? Far from it.
You really want to talk shit about my ancestor? Look at you. You're a sorry excuse for a creation that was made by Riku.
I did not say that he is trash. I said that for someone as legendary as Jack Tozaku, you are elementary compared to him.
Shadow gets up and goes to fight against Excalibur again.
Prepares for this and is ready to conduct the final act.
Shadow pulls his diamond blade and goes to strike Excalibur.
Excalibur predicted the attack, was about to attack, but then Victor got in front of the attack and hit Excalibur at his weak point. Victor noticed where it was. Ha! So I did find you! Kicked him into a tree. Excalibur gets really mad and gets back up. Oh, you're all going to die. Goes in for a final assault. Was about to finally kill Victor, but
Shadow moves and gets in the way, protecting Victor, but gets hit with the attack instead.
Victor was stunned.
You bastard!
Shadow falls.
You bastard! Goes after Excalibur for one fell swoop, but gets knocked back into submission and was knocked out. One spirit went into Victor's body, as well as a Nightwolf.
And now, My mission is done. Gets warped back. Have a good night. Eventually, Victor regains consciousness, sees Nightwolf and Shiro. Gets back up limping.
Damn, it's not growing back. Guess that one's gone for good.
Notices, well, on the bright side, we have companions to help us out. Looks over to Shiro running over. Sheds tears.
Gets up and walks over to Shiro's body.
Pounds fist into the ground, and almost every bit of leaf sprout up from it as if his anger was shaking the ground. Calmed himself down. Looks over. Carries Shiro's body. We have to. We were warned by Nightwolf that this would happen. Let's take his advice.
All right.
Helps Nightwolf pick up some of the pieces and puts them in a bag. Puts them in a bag for Nightwolf to carry. The both of them walking. Victor limping, slowly regaining strength. As soon as Victor regained strength, Victor led Nightwolf to a village, seemingly unknown, but yet somehow familiar. I guess this is my stroll through memory lane. Notices. Back when I was a kid, there was a place where my dad would take me, where we would have little vacation. Looks like I finally found the place after so long. Heads over to the same building where his father took him. Looks around. Same condition. Same service. This place never changed. I guess they were hoping to keep a reservation for us in case we ever came back. Looks around, noticing. I guess almost everyone is gone. Not a single person was at the place where I would usually go to. Looks like they managed to strike many different places all over the planet. And in one day, no less.
So I'm guessing we're not the only targets.
No kidding. Probably hated humans from the beginning. What was Eric? Did Relic ever tell you everything about Eric?
Only that he was an asshole.
Fits the personality. Although, when I last faced him,
You seem to have some bit of respect for me. I don't know why. If he hated someone like Relic, I don't know why he would like someone like me.
Relic didn't like talking about him that much.
Looks over, notices his old stuff, or some of his old stuff that he left behind was here. Puts together, puts on his signature pair of glasses that he left behind. Senses something. Another dark entity?
Not sure.
It's different, but it's still dark.
Too much blood in the air to get a good sniff, so I can't really get a good smell of the area.
Victor heads over to outside, looking around, seeing some of the town buildings, but then notices a large pool of energy.
Anything we should be worried about?
Someone was running around the area.
Show yourself.
When Victor said to the entity to show itself, a blade comes out towards Victor. It was like a bloody red in a sense.
A blade made of blood. Kakuja. You're incorrect.
The entity jumps onto a roof standing and was holding a severed arm of a human being. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
No shit for what? I haven't seen you in over 10 years, and finally you show up.
Well, duh, I have nothing else better to do. Besides hunting,
I am
and food, yada yada.
Well, I am a human donor. Could have at least asked. I have some stuff for you.
How about no? I'd rather see people running for their lives and shit like that. It's entertaining, honestly.
I guess.
Again, you're talking to a ghoul that pretty much every ghoul eats humans.
Yeah, but you're
They don't go after one target.
You only go after your targets. Eric.
Right.
Whatever. Well, good thing you survived the attack. But then again, nothing penetrates that thick skull of yours.
You mean my skin?
Same thing.
Us ghouls have skin like armor. They can't destroy or even get through it. Unless they got another Kakusha, they're fucked. And they become my meal.
No kidding. Even if they weren't able to pierce that skin of yours, the fact that they were able to tackle me means that they could figure out a way to get an abundance of that Kakuja. Then, not to mention, if they targeted everyone on the planet, it's possible they've gone after your ghoul friends.
First off, Inkrig just punches Victor in the gut really hard. That's for you being a dumbass. Second off, they can't do shit. As I said, my body is like armor. Same with the other ghouls. The only person they cannot beat is Kaneki. Because Kaneki will destroy them.
Ah, yes. Kaneki Ken.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes. Kaneki Ken, also known as the Blood Fist. He doesn't even need a Kakuja because his own skin is pretty much a...
Actually, he has two different types. He has the regular ones like mine, and then he has the centipede ones, which are honestly badass as motherfucking hell.
Someone's got a man crush.
Inkrig just swings his Kakuja, bitch slapping Victor. Shut the fuck up. Don't think like that. There's nobody in the air.
Oh, well.
Anyway. Besides, if these demons even tried anything stupid, they would die. They can't do shit unless they find a way to pierce my armor. They're fucked.
Like you when you faced off against Kaneki? Huh? Over East? Oh, G3. Oh, okay. You're gonna get.
Okay, first off, I'd never fight Kaneki. Second off, knowing Kaneki, I've heard from other people that he's very dangerous when it comes to fighting, so I'd rather not fight him.
Ah, well.
So anyways, what the hell happened, if I may ask? I already know what happened to Shiro and shit. What the fuck? I mean, come on. You're stepping in the ghouls' territory here. You're coming in here. This is my territory of hunting, not Damon fucks.
Ghoul territory? You're staying
Yes.
in a vacation spot for my father.
Does it look like I care?
No. But then again, you remember the last time I fought you?
Again, you didn't even... I mean, come on, you didn't even leave a scratch on me. Unless you had a ghoul blade back then, or something revolving around a Kakuja, you lost.
Pretty much. But on the other hand, if I had a Kakusha, you would have been scared. After all, I was still able to work around you. Not able to pierce your skin, but I was able to survive for a long amount of time, taking all your hits.
Yeah, true, and at the very least, you didn't die like the others. I mean, come on. If you died, I would have eaten you by now.
Ah, yes.
Anyway, so
Looks over.
What is it?
Nothing too special right now. Anyway, I need to head out.
Where the fuck you gonna go?
I'm going to Shiro's home world. I mean, if you want to tag along.
Bitch, that fucker is my host. Of course I'm going to fucking follow you. If
All
not,
right,
okay. First off, I'm going to do this to be an ass. He goes inside of Victor's crystal. I am staying in here, motherfucker!
Face palms and all right. What carry carry Shiro's body over to Shiro's homeland.
Ingrid pops his head out of the crystal and looks over the Nightwolf. Hey, you coming?
Your balls.
When they reach Shiro's home world, Victor puts Shiro nearby the house, away from anybody to come towards him. Say, incorrect. Nightwolf, mind if you can defend the house while I take a look?
Sure, why the fuck not?
Sure.
Walks into Shiro's home. Looks on over, around the place. Was walking slowly and respectfully too. Looks over and sees a photo. His eyes widen. Victor recognized the family photo. Started tearing up at the sight of it. Kneels down crying.
Something was watching Victor and it grabs a book but was very quiet about it.
Clears up its tears and opens his eyes.
When Victor opens his eyes, a book was thrown at him, hitting him in the back of the head.
Of course. Why don't you get a slingshot with that, eh, bro?
Hey, fuck you. Shiro floats over to Victor, moves a spirit. Sup? Oh dear God, this feels so weird.
Oh, hey.
Uploading!
Oh, trust me. Getting used to that is not always that fun. I mean, oh boy, the stories. I swear, the first time I became a ghost... oh, you'll laugh at this.
I mean, come on. Dude. I mean, come on. Shiro goes through the floorboards and pops his head up. Whoa, the floors! This is so weird.
Oh, trust me. The first time I became a ghost, I was 5 years old. My father was trying to teach me on how to do it as well as my mother. Oh my God, it was the most embarrassing thing ever. I turned into a ghost. My body is literally curled up as if it's sleeping, and I go down to the second floor.
Wait. You said it was curled up, right? Did it look like a puppy?
Oh, please. Yes.
I fucking called that shit.
I literally went down into the floor below my house. I saw an entire arsenal below my father's house, and I just remember,
Oh god, this is where it really kicks me. I literally poked every one of the swords. One of them stung. One of them electrified me. And I swear to God, my father was looking at me, and he saw me smiling while that was happening.
Adorable, my god.
And then I poked, one other sword, and all I can remember was I literally warped back into my body and started dancing as if I was hypnotized.
Oh my fucking god, child.
Oh please, you will not believe it. You want to know how embarrassing that was? My mother had a videotape that could literally go through the floor, see me there, and it was all right there.
Oh wow, that would be an embarrassment.
Oh, trust me. Literally 9 years old, when I'm finally developing a brain, she shows me that video. I never forgot ever since.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that was fun time.
This just feels so weird, me floating around and shit. Holy fuck, how do you even, dear lord. Okay.
Here's the trick of it. When you're a ghost,
God, I'm spinning! Wait!
grabs onto Shiro and pulls him up.
Wait.
Okay, so here's the trick. What? Most of the stuff that happens is kind of linked with your mind, but at the same time it isn't. When you're first getting to do this, sometimes even when you're training yourself, you may do things at random. However, for the most part...
I mean, come on, I threw a book at you.
If you envision yourself throwing the book as well as standing on the ground, you can do that. Try it.
Okay. I can try.
Just think about standing on the ground. That's all you have to do.
Shiro does so. Well, shit.
Alright, now think about, think as if there's a trampoline in the middle of this floor and the one below it.
Oh, ha ha, okay.
You'll love it, trust me.
Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna feel ridiculous. Shiro does so. Oh my fuck!
Grab Shiro before he reached up to the roof.
Holy shit!
Hey, it takes some time, but eventually you get used to it. And
Dude, it feels so weird!
Of course it's gonna feel weird. For most people, it feels like they're actually they're naked, even though they have clothes. But dude! Some people, when they have this kind of experience, they feel like, what the hell? I'm wearing clothes? I feel like I'm bare naked. Literally, shit like that can actually happen. But
wow.
The killer part of it is to realize that your spirit is pretty much the same as your body. The difference being your spirit can phase through several things. For example, if you think that you're a ghost, you think that you'll just phase through everything.
Oh, yeah.
So, points to a wall. Try doing that.
I was doing it earlier.
I mean, points to the wall that led outside.
Okay. He makes himself go through the wall. Holy fuck!
The best part of it is only people like myself and maybe Netwolf and a few others can actually hear you while you're doing this. Only people who have a strong spiritual sense can actually hear you talking right now.
I'm gonna be honest, I think it's only you. He points to Victor's crystal. I think that's probably the reason why you can hear me.
Well, it probably is. It might also
and plus, you are from the spirit clan, and it technically counts as you seeing spirits and hearing them, so it counts.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm just letting you know that aside from myself, other people can actually see ghosts too, and they're not even related to the spirit clan. The idea is
Depends if the ghost allows them. That's the thing.
not exactly.
Yeah.
It's yes, it's on part with the ghost. It's 50% the ghost has to consent to being seen. However, the other part of it is if someone has a spiritual sense to feel your presence, just because you talk to some random schmuck out in the city doesn't mean he's strong enough to feel your presence, even though you allow it.
Right.
You have to have some kind of strong spiritual sense to do it. And even people who have the best amount of spiritual sense may not be able to see a ghost, but they can hear it.
Right.
And last but not least, the other thing to consider is that some people think that because you have your spirit, you can't utilize some of your powers. Well, there's actually one problem with that.
Actually, that is bullshit, because here's the thing. If I can see if
As
I
I
can.
said, there's already one problem with that. Most of your powers come from your spirit. In other words,
I know.
No?
Yeah. Like here, let me show you. Hold on. Cheryl closes his hand as teal flames form into a flaming wolf. Ta-da!
And like I said, most of your abilities concerning stuff like that is usually derived from your spirit. Because your spirit is channeling energy from within your body or the air itself. That's why you're in those flames. It's actually a good reason why sometimes if you don't have a spirit, but let's say for example, somehow you managed to have your body, have your mind, but nothing else, your body could technically lift itself up from the ground and not be able to utilize the powers. The reason why is because most people channel their energy from their heart. Points to where Shiro was channeling his energy. Most of the time when channeling your energy, you either think of your mind, your heart, your stomach, or sometimes your back. There are different kinds of places you can do it too. For example, your knees. Channel energy. Your knees can channel energy to your legs, and therefore you could do attacks with like kicks, for example. Like how people are able to kick a fireball towards somebody demonstrates.
Oh.
Essentially. And then, points over, even though the fireball hit the room, it didn't actually burn anything. It's also kind of a misconception. Sometimes fire that we channel doesn't always burn. Essentially what it does is it spiritually stings or tricks a burn instinct within someone's mind, and therefore they feel like they're burning, but we're kind of tricking their mind into thinking that they're getting burned. That's why they actually do it. The spiritual sense of it is that the spiritualness is affecting your body, and therefore you're able to do this kind of stuff. However, let's go for an example like Inkrick. Their body.
All you hear is Inkrick's scream from outside. I heard that!
Someone like Inkrick is not just stubborn and easily able to fend off an attack just because he has a strong body. It's also because he has enough spiritual energy to make his body almost impervious to anything.
Actually, I'm gonna stop you right there. Victor just was to Shiro puts his hand on Victor's head. I'm gonna stop you right there. Ghouls have after they are actually made, in this case, if they were born, their body is already armor. It's barely impossible for anybody to break it. There's no thing of them channeling their power, or in this case, their spirit.
I did not say they're channeling their spirit. I said that I'm saying that their spiritual makeup is kind of the reason why even spiritual attacks cannot penetrate their body. Normally, let's say for a human, let's say he has the toughest body in the world, but the weakest spirit. That's kind of why you can't just have one or the other. Something like a ghoul has both a strong spirit as well as a strong body. They're built like steel, and they can handle any attack except for Mokakusha, their own weakness.
Yeah. And plus, there are different types of ghouls who have different types of kakushas, but incorrect, I have no idea what the fuck his is.
No kidding. I believe he said something about I think he said something about like a needle version and then the typical version that he has.
Anyway, you want to keep looking around the house?
Just a little bit. Actually, looks over at the book. What's this?
Huh? Oh, that's something my father used to create the crystals that we have. It's basically written by his brother, Santoni, and in this case, my uncle.
Santoni?
Yeah.
You mean Elric. Elric's father.
Yeah, in a sense. Wait, you said Elric?
Yeah.
So, rubs his head.
I ran into a kid named Elric about 10 years ago. We met each other in the Minecraft world, and we went to places in order to try to protect different people.
Sheriff starts laughing a bit.
What?
Dude, you do realize that technically that's somebody else.
Puts two and two together. Oh, right. Your sister.
Celestial, yup.
I ran into Celestial too. I just kind of forgot that they were the same person.
Yeah, she is sneaky motherfucker.
Inevitably, it was kind of ironic. She never told me and never figured out that I knew about her secret identity.
Yeah, true.
Oh, well. So this book was crafted by her father, who was assassinated by an Ender Dragon.
We thought Santoni died because of old age. I didn't know that he was assassinated.
I actually found out from, well, during the time I was getting to know Elric Celestial, I ran into a man named Ranimator.
Oh?
This was before I found out he had been killed. Apparently what happened was he had told me the story about what happened, but it was Endermox who told me about something that happened in his past when he was considered considerably evil. Unlike nowadays.
See.
When I talked to Endermox, asking him about Santoni after finding out what Ranimator told me, and Endermox confirmed my truth that Enderlock sent a
Ender Dragon. Or rather, yeah, it was an Ender Dragon, but it was like a disciple. Someone who's above the Enderwalkers, but lower than them at the same time. He actually was sent to kill Santoni, but years after he declared the attack, he told the Enderwalker to not kill Santoni after something that happened, where Santoni gained his trust. But despite that, he still killed him.
Huh.
I found out when Enderlox found out, he brutally murdered him.
Let me guess. Let me put this in my Psycho Side's perspective. Guts everywhere, blood on the ground, bones ripped out of the body, yada yada, etc.
Oh, that, and then he burned it all just to be a dick and cover it up.
Damn. That would be something good for Ingrid to eat, though. Fuck you! No!
Oh boy.
I am actually surprised he heard me. Holy shit. Anyways.
Looks through the book, realizes, I think you might know how to read this. Some of it is not English.
Oh? Cheryl floats upside down and looks at the book. Oh, I see. Cheryl explains to Victor what it meant.
You mean to tell me it's a way to bring you back?
Yeah, apparently so. I can't stop flying. Wait!
Technically speaking, there's actually one other perk to being a ghost. You can pretend you're swimming in the air.
I kind of figured. Hey! I am flying away. Oh, fuck!
Oh, I see. There's rounds. Yeah. Understood. Okay.
I am floating away. Oh, God.
Grabs Shiro and pulls him down to earth. Ever the dirty brother.
Hey, I'm not derpy. I am gullible. Wait, did I just literally say that? Fuck!
Face palms laughing.
Damn it! I did not mean to say gullible. I meant to say, he derps for a minute. Oh, I meant to say I was a fluffy wolf. There we go. Wait. Fuck!
You really are digging yourself into a hole right now.
Shut up.
Oh, well. Reads through, finds 4 different spells. I see. Restore the crystal, bring you back. A spell that allows me to... I figured. I can contain a lot of different spirits inside one crystal. However, you can forge a copy in a way. But, as pointed out by Santoni, it's better just to go to the end and get a diamond.
Yeah, that is true.
And then looks at the last one. Although there are like 85 other different spells. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spell which can... Oh. I see. If you have no organic fire and it's only produced through demons, there's no way to channel a flame. However, you can utilize something material. Chant a spell in your head and breathe fire as if you're a dragon. I'll bet you this is how he earned the trust of Enderlocks.
True.
Because he could do something like this in front of him.
Cheryl looks up one of the spells. Tozaku blood. So in order for someone to bring back a Tozaku, they need to use their own blood and say a spell to bring them back. That is weird, but...
We brought your body back here to bury you, but we could do this.
Hold on, does it say anything about a sibling of some sort? He looks at the spell.
Looks over. Technically, it does not matter. It could be you or Celestial. Or
How will it work?
looks over and realizes a sibling or a spirit sibling like. It's saying that I could.
Right.
Someone considered a brother. If it not be a brother, then someone who is like a brother, whose spirit is as strong as the other.
Right.
You and I are both equals.
Right.
And of course, we're fluffy bros. Pets have.
Hey! Anyway. So, are we going to attempt this? Or...
We could try, though I highly doubt I'll be able to succeed. It may be that we'll need someone like Celestial to do this kind of stuff.
Possibly.
Walks out. Yo,
So...
Inkrick.
Yeah.
Mm,
Alright, so I found a few interesting things. Well, besides finding Shiro's spirit.
and what is that, motherfucker?
Where is he? Probably shitting your pants.
Really? Is that all you can do? Besides,
Nah.
I see it.
Nah, I could do better. I'm just kind of lazy.
Cheryl waves and was floating upside down. Hi. What the fuck? I don't know. Why the fuck are you floating upside down? You just see a bug hit Inkrick in the face. Because I can, motherfucker!
I guess it's because I have a strong spiritual connection that Shiro gradually stays like that. And because we all know Derpy Wolf.
Hey, I am not a derpy wolfie. Oh yeah, you're a dumbass. Another book kicks Inkrick in the face. Shut up!
Closes his eyes, smiling.
Cheryl's ears twitch. Anyway.
Finds a place to bury Shiro's body in the meantime, near the house.
Cheryl looks around. You know, it's odd. I haven't seen Koga and them lately.
Probably. You probably don't want to do that, honestly. Koga and them probably would want to kill you anyway.
Dude, I'm dead. They can't do anything.
You forget that Jaggerjack and Korahime are demons.
I know they're demons, but again, they have shadow and ice abilities. Can't affect a spirit.
And a shadow can pierce a spirit, remember?
No, it can't. Knowing Wolfrey for like what, a couple of years now? No, for months actually. Wolfrey told me that his shadows, nor Korihime's shadows, can pierce spirits. I have talked to him about this, and he tried to do it with me, but it's shown as proof that he can't pierce my spirit.
True.
And after all, Wolfrey is the king of shadows.
True.
Yeah.
Walks after he finishes burying Shiro, he walks over, noticing. Well, Shiro, I can see why Inquiry called you a dumbass. You know how to jinx things.
What? I ain't jinxing shit.
You can come out, Togama.
Koga walks out, and so does Korihime and Jaggerjack. Korihime looks at Victor. Well, if it isn't the blue fuckboy who failed years ago to protect Shiro, and look at this now. It shows how badly you have failed.
Oh look, it's the blue shadow of his former self.
You know, I actually take a compliment on that.
I guess. We got the
Korihime was smirking and sticks his tongue out. Yeah.
I can see why Jaggerjack calls you a disappointment.
Hey. Jaggerjack ain't going to say shit. He knows I'm not a disappointment. Jaggerjack rolls his eyes.
You do realize that while I'm standing in front of you, you can't really intimidate him.
Yeah, true, but still.
Alright then, let's put it to a test. Hey Jaggerjack, what do you think of this clown?
He ain't gonna say shit.
Oh really, Korahime? Should I have to remind you of the times you've actually face planted while utilizing your shadow dance?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Do I have to remind you how many times your ass got spanked by Koga?
Hey. We don't talk about that. Shush.
And let's not forget the fact that Victor on almost every occasion has whooped your ass if I didn't step in.
Hey, okay, now you're just being an ass.
Koga face palms. Victor just starts laughing.
Now you're just being an ass.
You see my point, Korahime. Or should I call you Coral Reef? Because it's a reef without you.
Hey. Fuck you.
Wait, hold on. Fuck me. Frontwards, backwards, or sideways?
Motherfucker, stop.
Jaggerjack face palms. Koga snickers a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I mean, my shadows could tear you from the inside out. Shiro tries not to laugh. What the fuck?
No.
if you come here to gloat about Shiro killing, you could you should have picked a day. You should have picked a week later. Then at the very least, I would have had more of an excuse to whoop your ass.
More of an excuse of more of you wallowing in your sorrow.
True, but then once again, you want to see me kick your ass again? Jagger Jack is sitting next to him. Honestly, I'd probably pull out the popcorn.
Honestly, I would rather A, see you be killed by a demon, B, see you be eaten alive, or 3, just see you drown in shadows. Shiro looks over to Victor. Actually, the drowning in shadows thing is actually possible. Wolfrey almost did that to me once. Almost.
Yeah, the difference being Wilfrey was actually a threat.
Korihime can be a threat if he uses his shadows properly, because shadows can't be utilized as poison. No lies.
You forget how many times my body has adapted to every one of his poisons.
Yeah, that's because he got Venderlocks. Come on, man.
Actually, it's not just because of Enderlocks. It's also because of Ichigo.
Oh yeah, that fucker.
So yeah, Korihime, you do realize Ichigo pretty much taught me how to utilize your poisons. I just don't like to use poison at all.
Korihime yawns a bit. What was that? I wasn't listening. What was that?
Oh, sorry, I was masturbating to Rick and Morty. My bad.
Okay, I will give you credit on that one. I'll give you fucking credit. You fucking asshole. I will give you credit on that one.
Jagger Jack just couldn't stop laughing, and Koga was rolling on the ground.
I will give you fucking credit on that shit. Come on, Rick and Morty's fucking awesome, okay? Anyway, getting back on the point, Cheryl was just sitting there face palming. My fucking god.
Anyway, so if we came here to fight, I'll be glad to. It gives me something to relieve my stress after watching my best friend die.
All you see is Shara just being cute as a spirit. Yahoo!
While still being a bit serious, glaring at Korihime.
Korihime looks over to Victor. I mean, come on. You lost one pup. Let's see what happens or how long it takes for you to lose another.
Knew that he could hold it back, but lets go of his restraints. Engages Korihime fiercely.
Korihime blocks a few of the attacks and utilizes his shadow claws that form around his hand, swinging his hand, clawing Victor across his chest.
Takes the hit, but when he was flying back, he tagged a spiritual bomb to Korihime's chest. It blew up and blasted him towards a tree.
Korihime spins and pushes his feet against the tree, using it to bounce back and hits Victor in the stomach, and then the spin kicks him across the face, making him hit a tree.
When he hit the tree, he utilized his back to roll backwards and does a front flip, hitting him straight in the back.
Korihime utilizes his shadows again, making something stab Victor in the stomach, and then he jumps, then kicking Victor in the back, making him hit the ground. Come on, Minato, your movement is slow. It's getting boring.
When he hit the ground, he utilized his back to roll backward again. Gets back up on his feet, brushes it off like it was nothing.
Kurihime crosses his arms. Come on, Minato. Are you going to be slow like you are now, or are you going to actually try to pick up the pace?
I was going to say the same about you, but I'm glad we catch an eye for each other. His eyes glow blue, and he engages at top speeds, hitting him fiercely with a strike in the back, utilizing his sword, and then pulls the blade out, kicks him in the chest upward, goes up in the air, and slams the sword through his back, plunging into the ground.
It seemed like it succeeded, but suddenly it vanishes into small shadows, and Kurihime was behind Victor, striking him in the back with a shadow-like dagger, making Victor hit the ground. Again, slow motherfucker!
When he hit, just as he hit the ground, it looked like he was unconscious, but rolled over, pushed back down, grabbed onto Kurihime, threw him down to the ground. When he bounced back up, he slashed him towards a tree, and right at the same time, threw a sword that kept him at the tree.
Kurihime flinches and then looks over to David. Okay, come on, you're being so unfair. He pulls out the sword and then shadows move into the sword. He throws the sword back at David. Just before it was about to hit David, Shiro goes into David's body, taking control of the arm and catches the blade by the hilt.
You know, you act like it's unfair for me when not only are you using a sword and your own fist, you're utilizing shadows. What am I using? All I'm using is a sword. And now I got a host. Take it over, Shiro. Goes into the crystal.
Shiro takes a hold and David's eyes had become green. Kurihime looks a bit confused. Okay, come on. Now you're just playing mind games. Is that so? Shiro moves at Kurihime and slashes him across the chest with the blade. Kurihime moves back a bit. What the fuck? Okay. We're gonna play that game. Kurihime moves his arms, getting ready to utilize the unique attack. Shiro rolls his eyes a bit. Really? Come on, Kurihime. You're better than this. Shiro utilizes both his Steel Flames and utilizes David's Blue Flames together, making two blades appear in his hand. One that was formed from the Blue Flames and one formed by the Teal Flames. He then throws them almost in an X type of style at Kurihime, hitting Kurihime through the gut and in the chest, pinning Kurihime to a tree. Shit! How's that for being a badass?
Switches places with Shiro.
Kurihime looks at David and was pinned by both the blue flame sword and the teal flame sword. That little sneaky son of a
To be fair, I didn't need Shiro to kick your ass. I just let him do it.
Oh, very funny, wise guy.
And to be fair, I wasn't going to kill you. If I did, I would have killed you 20 years ago.
Well, you didn't because you're a weak-ass pussy boy back then.
Oh, sure. You think, it's kind of funny. You attack with me attacking with nothing but a blade. you say that I'm being unfair, and then you pull out a blade while utilizing shadow techniques, and all it takes is 2 spiritual swords to take you down. But then again, probably am not fair. That's because it probably isn't fair that you came here trying to burn down the place 10 years ago. Not to mention you tried to kill Shiro over 10 times. You had to trash the namesake of Koga's family by manipulating him to kill Shiro's entire family. Honestly, I was expecting him to seek revenge. I was expecting him to at least kill only the father. But then you had the nerve to convince him to kill Shiro's entire family? You're such a destruction-loving punk.
Hime smiles a bit. You don't get it. Come on. Who said I manipulated him? When someone kills, think about it. That satisfaction of killing, just one kill ain't gonna be enough. So in the other circumstance, he would have killed the entire family anyway, without me having even to try to manipulate him.
I was there when that conversation happened. You really think
I know.
believe that crap? He may have wanted to kill, but when it came to Shiro, I saw the hesitancy in his eyes. He did not want to kill his entire family. You're the one who put it in his head that it didn't matter. If you're going to kill one person, you're going to kill another. And naturally, that would be the case. However, you're the one who tried to con him into thinking that he wanted to kill Shiro's whole family. When in reality, he always liked Shiro. Even in the back of his mind, he always cared for him. And he always, even in our fights, when he acted like he didn't care, he always wanted to teach Shiro how to not use his spirit, his personality too much, which would have cost him many different battles if I wasn't there. You forced my hand. You forced Kilo to get killed. And not only that, you forced Shiro's hand to destroy the entire place.
Kurihime shakes his head. Man, you're a yapper. Dude, if he just killed one person, as in for killers, as I said, that satisfaction will sit there and eat away at you until you kill another. So either or, he would have killed the entire family without me having to manipulate him. And second off, it was Shiro's fault for killing Kilo because Shiro didn't control his hollow. So technically he is at fault for it. And at the same time, either route you see it as, Koga would have still killed the entire family either way.
Goddamn hollow. Sure, I'll never forget that day. That hollow came to kill, and it got what it wanted. I had to learn the hard way. The hollow wanted nothing more than to destroy everyone in that place. If you want to talk about unfortunate, how about a truth? When I went to go and figure out everything that happened that day, it led me to Jared. I got to see him one time and sealed him away. And then he's whispered to me the name of that ghoul, the hollow that killed the family. And then it became clear he sent the hollow to kill us. Just before Jared was sealed away, all those years ago. He sent that hollow to kill everyone. Kobe and his father actually worked together that day in order to stop it. After that, I swore to never forgive it.
True.
Because of that, because of Jared, they fell apart.
And that is a true fact. However, even if Jared was involved with the Hollow, it doesn't change the fact that Shiro gained that Hollow after the Hollow's attacked. And Shiro is still at fault for not keeping it under control.
Conflict is a two-way street. It was Shiro's fault for not keeping it under control. It was your fault for engaging him in the first place. Gets intensely mad, utilizing the two blades and slashing at Korihime. Beats him into a bloody pulp and was about to kill him, but Jaggerjack got involved. Enough. Oh, what? Do you actually agree with him? No, but don't even try that, Jaggerjack. You've always been soft when it came to Korihime. You're intelligent, but you're damn well soft. You couldn't figure out a way to stop Korihime's strong suit. You couldn't figure out a way to stop the attack from happening. You know damn well you disagreed with it, but then you allowed your weakness to take over because Korihime intimidated you. It's funny. When you two come together in that Korjak form or whatever, you're the greatest warrior ever. But when you're separated, you're nothing but a bunch of punks. Walks away.
Shiro follows Victor. Me?
Let's get out of here.
Bro, your eyes, they're red.
No shit.
Just pointing that out.
Koga walks forward.
Shiro looks over to Koga.
I looked over at the attack, and I thought to myself maybe what I did was pointless. After all, I got what I wanted when I saw your corpse laying on the ground. I'll admit, part of me wanted to kill you. He probably still does. But inevitably, all my passion got in me was nothing but killing my best friend ever.
Shiro looks in front of Koga and flicks his forehead and which actually hit Koga. Dude, even if you killed me, I would still think of you as somewhat of a brother. It doesn't change the fact that you were actually a good friend back in the past.
Koga smiles. I'm not gonna help you out entirely, but I'll see what I can do. We're not really a target, so if any demon shows up trying to take us down, we'll be ready for it.
Well, I mean, Shiro ends up pulling Koga's ear a bit. You're still going to be a bit stubborn like you were back then.
And you're still going to be the same idiot that I remember.
Yes.
First,
Huh?
Shiro walks away.
Hey, wait up! Shiro looks over to Victor. Slow down, you punk!
What? You want me to carry you on my back?
Dude, I'm a spirit. That's highly impossible.
Of course I know that. But you completely forgot that you could pretty much swim in midair.
I know. Shiro looks at Victor. Your eyes are still red. Holy shit. And I thought they would turn blue by now.
Well, it's what happens when you look at a really pleasant photo in your house.
So it's like Crazy Davy's trying to claw his way out, huh?
Pretty much.
So I guess after what happened to me, he's basically your crazy self's coming a bit unstable.
No kidding. It's hard for me to control him now. Anyway.
So what's the game plan?
For now, we're going to have to figure out something at the very least. It seems that there's going to be a lot of attacks all over the planet.
Ah, great.
I can handle most of them. However, I'm worried if what I think of Excalibur is actually true.
Dude, Excalibur can't hurt me since I'm a spirit. And at the very least, he doesn't know that I'm alive.
Silver's not what I'm worried about.
Hmm?
When I last looked at him, I just remember something ghoulish about him.
Oh, fucking hell. Please don't tell me that fucker is a fucking ghoul.
I really hope it's not true. But when I tried to lay a hand on him, only a few things could actually get through him. It was when you attacked that he managed to get pierced by.
I was able to pierce him because of incorrect. Inkrick took over my body at that time, so he was able to do damage to him. I guess some of Inkrick's power went into my diamond blade to cause the damage.
It's possible. I could do nothing. It was just like when I faced Inkrick.
You trying to hold back, Crazy Davy?
Yeah. At the very least. If he really is a ghoul, we have a way to beat him.
Well, of course. Shiro points over to Inkrick. Inkrick just flicks him off. Hey, I'm dead, so you can't do shit. How about fuck you in the afterlife, motherfucker? How about no?
Well, then. Looks around. And you coming along?
Yeah, sure.
Inkrick looks at Nightwolf. We really need to find something to replace that arm.
I can possibly help with that. I just hope they didn't touch my village.
Shiro flinches. Actually, I have a few spare parts for a robotic arm back in my house in the basement. I'm pretty sure that a friend of mine that I had, he technically died after my demon destroyed the village, but I know he had a few spare parts that we would use to create like little robotic wolves, etc. Or even more so, we would replace limbs on a wolf if they lost a limb.
I see.
Mm-hmm. And man, he was good at building. Dear Lord, it was better than mine. I think actually, huh?
Then take us to him.
Again, after I lost control of my demon self, he died in the fire back in the past. Anyway.
You at least have the parts?
Yes, I do. As I said, there's some back in my house, and I believe his house is still standing.
In that case, look through your house, look for your parts. I'll go through his.
Be careful if there are any sort of demon dogs there. You better run because those things bite. They're not friendly.
Trust me. You should get to know Ichinose. Walks over.
Oh, fucking course. Shiro flies back to his house. Wait, oh
shit! Sorry to keep you here, Nightwolf. I'm just going to try to repair your arm a bit before we head out.
Alright.
Heads over to Shiro's friend's house. Slowly walks around. Looks at everything that was in the place. Finds the tools that he needs. Starts to head out, but
a dog runs at Victor and rams into him, making him hit the wall. The dog was growling at Victor.
Well, you are definitely in the same league as Ichinose.
Another demon dog walks out and growls at Victor.
Guess you don't like grave robbing.
Cheryl Pierce pokes his head out from the wall of the house and moves in. Hey! You two, back it off! Back off! He's a friend! The two demon dogs see Gyro and they back up a bit. There you go. Go it out! Go it out! No, hey, go lay down. The two demon dogs walk over to the other side of the house and they lay down on the floor. That's what I thought!
Face palms.
They know me. They listen to me, so even Shaman knows that they're actually afraid of me when I'm actually serious.
Ichinosu taught me a lullaby that I was about to sing before you intruded.
I'm sorry. I get defensive, so shut up.
Picks up the
So-
torch again.
Cheryl looks and sees a little demon dog pup. Well, what do you know? Never seen this one in his house. Oh, so damn cute! My god! The demon dog, pup, was looking at Shiro and sits. My fucking god, it's so damn cute!
Smiles.
It's so fucking cute! Oh god. Hey! At the very least, you can sing that lullaby.
Pulls out his own ocarina.
The pup was sitting there wagging its tail but tilts its head. Oh?
Plays a special tune that sounded like a lullaby fit for demons.
The puppy yawns, yawns tired like.
Yep. As definitely just like Ichinose.
The pup lays down and falls asleep. Shiro was just sitting there dying from the adorableness, even though he was technically dead. My god! Dude, cute! Just dying! Even though I'm already dead! Oh god!
Pat's back.
Huh? What do you do that for?
Some bros like to pat each other's back.
True. Anyway. Let's head back to Nightwolf and give him those parts. So that way we can fix them up.
Sure thing. Walks over. Alright. Hey, Nightwolf, you still got that bag of crystals?
Yeah, it's you on my side.
Alright. Takes the bag, unfolds it, pieces them back together, and then utilizes his healing energy to make it permanent. He wears both his and Shiro's crystals, channels healing energy from both of the crystals, and then as he is putting the parts onto Nightwolf's body, he utilizes his healing energy to make it so that it doesn't really hurt him. Finishes putting the arm on. Alright. Should be good for right now. I utilize my healing abilities in order to make sure that you won't feel jerky or whatever.
Alright.
I've been to the Full Metal Alchemist universe, and I realized that when somebody had a metal arm, I could utilize my healing abilities to fix it so that they could use the metal arm instead of just feeling pain every time they used it.
Wow.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Now that we've taken care of this, let's head out.
Right.
Long after each of them had left Shiro's home, including Koga, Shiro and the gang managed to come to a place that Victor had known about, but not so much.
Shiro looks around. What the heck?
I've only been here like once, but it's not the most notable place.
What the hell is this place then, if you want to explain?
It's like a secluded town that barely had anyone to begin with, but as the years went by, there became a need to go somewhere else, and this place was eventually vacant. Now, looks over and you could see signs that the buildings were abandoned.
Oh.
This place used to be a place that people would come and go, and there was barely anyone that came here. So when they figured out that nobody was coming here anymore, they kind of foreclosed the place.
I see.
Yeah. The problem is, because this place is foreclosed, some people come in here when they shouldn't be. Notices and walks in.
Shiro follows.
It will follow us.
My bad there. When he entered the place, he noticed that there were a couple of life forms, but he couldn't tell.
Shiro looks at them. Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
They don't seem to have any hostility, although there is something hidden in them.
You know.
Looks over. This place has been abandoned, and you guys probably see the sign. Mind if you could step out into the light? I was talking to Razor and Viper.
What?
We're talking to you two. He looks at Razor and Nightmare.
I was having a good dream. The fuck, man? I was having a dream where I was a fucking robot. Like this fucking Pringles can right here.
Oh my god.
Okay, we like you already. However, the sign says the place is foreclosed. Why here of all places?
Because why the fuck not?
Shrugs. And you?
Shiro looks at Nightmare. Hey, you mind explaining yourself? If you can see me.
Like what?
But you know.
Yeah, like what your name is.
Nightmare.
Nice to meet you.
Same to you.
Shiro looks at Razor for a minute. Wait a minute. I heard about you from Celestial's crazy side, Steph CP.
Yes, what about it?
You're the unknown Razor?
Yes.
Yep, Ben told me about you, actually.
Thanks, creeps.
Wow. So let me ask you this: how's Step CP doing? Is she doing is she being pretty much trouble as usual back at the manor?
Yeah, she's been addicted to Jeff.
As usual.
Whiskey bottles.
Of course, Jeff and his whiskey.
Yep. I'm just here because I need to get out of the mansion for a bit. I know some, well, probably 2 crews are worried about me, but I think I'll be okay.
Well, if they're worried about you, they would have sent Slenderman to you by now, but I guess they're not that worried.
I don't think they noticed just yet.
Of course, I guess.
Oh.
Knowing Ben, he probably noticed you, but he's too busy dealing with Jeff.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you don't want Jeff running around trying to murder or stab anybody because all of his whiskey bottles are gone.
Yep.
Which is kind of ironic because Jeff has a lot more than what's stolen from him.
Oh.
But yeah, like he hates it when one is taken, but he's got like 20 more than that. I mean, seriously, the last time I went to Slenderman's mansion, all I can remember is Jeff trying to throw a bottle on my head. Worked the first time, not so much the second time. Mm-hmm. What other people do you know from that mansion, actually?
Well, obviously Jeff and Ben as well. Toby, both Jacks, Lulu, Sally, .exe, the prick. Anyway.
I see.
Pretty much anyone from the mansion.
So Laughing Jack and Eyeless Jack.
Yep.
Oh boy. First time I actually met Laughing Jack was not the first time I met him. My crazy self did. I happened to be going on a mad spree back in my old village when I stumbled across him trying to make an art picture.
I see.
Mm-hmm. He said he was trying to make a collage out of the. He was trying to make a collage out of the kids' faces, I believe is what he said.
He does that when he wants to kill a nut.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand his reasoning. Sometimes.
Understandable. Look,
Yep.
Silver. You said your name was Nightmare. Though I feel like I've seen you before, actually.
Mike?
My name is David. I'm also known as Victor Hale.
I'm here.
Hi.
Sorry, had to fix something. I'm back. Anyway.
My name is David, though I'm also known as Victor Hale. I feel like I've met you somewhere, though.
You probably heard from Step CP who I am, but to re-say, I'm Shiro Tozuku, aka the older brother of Celestial Tozuku, if you heard. See.
Probably heard it from one of Step CP's backstars, but anyway. She gets drunk when you tell stories.
That does not surprise me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, understandable.
Come to think of it, I think one time she got drunk. One time that she got drunk, she told me about someone she met that she has no clue of. Yet she's seen him before. Someone she knew. That could be just she doesn't want to.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Huh. So, what's around?
Does the same.
Did any demons try to attack y'all when you were here?
Well, I found a few dead corpses before I was here, so I thought, you know what, since I'm bored and I'm alone, I guess might as well kill something. Until I met a nightmare over here.
I see.
Looks around. Could sense a moving presence.
Sure, it's that a bit. What is it, David?
Something's moving, trying to mask its presence. Closes his eyes.
Cheryl looks a bit confused.
Catches where he was going, and while his eyes were closed, he shoots a spiritual arrow, but then it gets destroyed by a gunshot.
Oh, fuck!
Realizes, oh no.
Hmm?
Looks over.
What is it, Victor? Cheryl's ears twitch. Cheryl growls a bit under his breath.
So, you stepped all the way from 0 to hero, eh, Bloodhound?
My God.
You could see a white-haired figure walk out of the forest.
Cheryl looks at the male. And you are?
Zeal Bloodhound. As your friend there pointed out, seems we have more than destiny that's intertwined with us, Tozaku, Minato.
Cheryl glares. Fuck you.
Oh, please. If you were threatening, I would have taken Steph CP seriously.
Cheryl's ears twitch a bit. Okay, first off, you leave her out of this. Second off, again, fuck you. Ingrid looks at Cheryl. Is that all you can say? Shut up.
My God, that's a lot of shit. Fuck you.
You do realize the organization keeps records on Pretty much all of you. Hence why David knows the most about me. Because
And you do
our organs intertwine.
realize, one, I don't care. Second off, your organization could go suck a dick. And third off, if you're here to kill Steph's AP, you are gonna have to get the rust.
Mm-hmm.
You really think you stand a chance against me? The only one who really stood a chance against me died. Was looking at Shiro.
So glares, first off, I can still fight you. He points to David. I can use his body to fight you.
You can use his body, but he's feeling the pain. Once I've triggered onto him, how will he fight me? Just because you're able to take his body doesn't mean he won't feel the pain. He knows this all too well.
How about
part of
shut up?
the charm
How
of no-
about you shut up and listen? First off, yes, you may be right about his body feeling pain, but you forget one fucking thing. He points to both David's crystal and his crystal that was around Victor's neck. My crystal can protect him. Also, if I were to use my crystal, it would numb any pain he has to feel from the damage he has took. Try to think again, Bloodhound.
Good point. Now allow me to show you my strategy. Had two pistols, shot both of them. It hit the strings, cutting the necklaces off Victor's body.
Even the crystal reappears around Victor's neck. Shiro gives a small smirk. You keep forgetting. Anytime I lose my crystal, it reappears around my neck. However, since me and Victor have a bond and I'm using Victor's body, the crystal will reappear around his neck due to the attachment.
Good to note. After all, if I want to get through to Steph CP, I'll have to kill the one that she's the most bonded with. Victor glares. Most bonded with, huh? Quite honestly, I haven't seen her in years. But thanks for you dropping by. I guess I'll be the one to outmatch you once again. Gets into with the same stance he had when they first faced off.
Shiro looks at Victor. Don't let Crazy David get to you, alright?
He wouldn't be stupid enough to bring him out.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If Zero tries to do anything to bring him out, don't let it get to you.
I already know how to deal with this man. Thanks for the tip. Now then, Zero utilizes his guns in nearly point-blank range. Victor was still able to dodge the attack, hitting him in the gut.
Shiro was floating, watching, waiting for a chance to move in.
Zero utilizes the tree to get back on his feet. Still the same as ever. Your steps are as fast as my bullets. No wonder Steph CP was bonded with you. Quite ironically, considering that she originally bonded with Celestial. But then again, whatever bond it may be, it'll be all the more enforced. Try to attack me again. Let's see if your guns are truly fast enough to slice me. Shoots again, but out of the gun came a chain that gripped onto Victor's spear.
Shiro moves in and grabs a hold of the chain and spins it, throwing it right back at Zero, and then he moves back.
Catches the chain in both of his hands. Holds him like nunchucks. Victor is not the only one with mixed-ranged attacks. Oh, they were pretty much at a standstill. He engages, hitting Victor blow for blow, and then Victor manages to get um, manages to do a couple of sneak attacks as well as piercing him. Just as Victor was about to do the final blow, Zero keeps him in a standstill by being able to not have to use his gun behind him. What's it going to be, Spirit Clan? Are you going to aim your weapon, or are you going to let me shoot your head? Or am I going to have to slit your throat exactly the same time when you fire that gun? A fair point. Jumps backwards, recoils his weapons and shoots. I barely have time to waste with someone like you, after all. There's been a runabout of demons, and I was following the trail until I decided to play sport with you. You've shown to be quite the marksman. I'm surprised you don't use a gun yourself. That's because I don't need to. Guns cannot pierce as hard as a blade. True. Or a knife to the heart yields the most pain. Disappears in an instant. It was as if a rose tornado had swirled him back up.
Shario just sits there. You know, I really hate that guy.
You're not the only one.
At the very least.
I'm surprised his partner wasn't with him this time.
Oh, you mean Senri. Well, at the very least, Senri has some decency, unlike him.
Problem is, he's too fragile to do anything about it.
I mean, come on. In that perspective, when we saw Senri back then, Senri actually seemed to be kind at heart and actually see the good in others. I'm surprised, though. He looks over the Razor and Nightmare. He didn't attack y'all, which was actually surprising, even though y'all are also paranormal entities.
The organization he is a part of only targets demons, werewolves, wolf hybrids, and entities that are a true threat.
Like vampires as well.
What about half demon?
They probably would put you in there too.
Dodge the bullet for that one, then.
It depends on your class rank. They basically rank half-breeds or breeds of that certain type of species in classes.
Oh, those tryhards.
Not exactly. You see, they would most likely go after pure demons first because they have the most amount of potential, so to speak.
Like Korihime and Jaggerjack.
But someone like you, if let's say, for example, you managed to pass Korihime, Jaggerjack, or even Wilfrey for that matter, they probably would be targeting you at first sight.
Oh no, the hunters actually tried to go after Wilfrey once and they failed miserably. Wilfrey killed them all. Yeah, let's not go into detail about that because I had to see a lot of guts fly.
Oh, yeah.
I hear guts.
Face palms.
What? I like guts.
Anyway, the reason why they targeted them is because Wilfrey is a very noble person. However, he has the most potential to run random.
Not entirely.
I said the most potential. You made him a collar, if I recall, that controlled his instincts.
No, he made the collar himself. Well, no, it was his parents. His parents made the collar for him. However, he decided to switch out the collar to a crystal and use the crystal to keep his powers under control. However, since he has matured over the years, he can control his shadow abilities more frequently than back then.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways.
Inevitably, though, it's probably because of that Riku and them went after him.
Oh, Sharo gives a small smirk. They're gonna get their ass whooped because Wolfrey is a deadly motherfucker.
And what if what I said was true?
Huh?
We still haven't figured it out yet.
What? Oh, that.
If he indeed is half demon, half ghoul, then he may be difficult for someone like Wolfrey.
Not really. Wolfrey can still technically, in this case of a sense, if Wolfrey really wants to be a big dick, he can just throw him out of the dimension saying, fuck you! Because they can't, here's the thing. They can't get into Wolfrey's dimension unless Wolfrey opens the portal himself. So it's fairly impossible since I don't go there as much as I used to. Look, technically I can't now because I'm dead, but they can't get in there unless Wolfrey opens a portal. And again, it's fairly impossible. As long as, rather, A, I'm not there, or B, I don't ask to go, they can't get in.
True.
Kind of like with the Misty Bloods as well. Unless you have SB and you ask SB to open the portal, you can't get in. And there's where my point stands. So yeah. Ow.
Anyway. When all that is said and done, though, there still may be a chance we'll have to prepare. If they were to target Wolf, they probably wouldn't be able to get to him. Much less me. Last time I saw Wolfrey was the day before your day. Last time I saw him was over 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I was getting Cheryl mumbles a bit under his breath. You can see that his face was turning a bit red.
Have not seen a ghost that turns his face red. The fuck is this?
I'd rather not explain.
It's kind of evident. You had a crush on him, didn't you?
Cheryl hits Victor in the gut even though it just went through him. Shut up! We do not talk about that, so shut your mouth.
Oh, well. Anyway. Well, nothing much to this place. You guys want to tag along?
Might as well.
Nightwolf.
Nightwolf. Oh, god damn it.
Well.
More unresponsive than me.
Taco Lord!
Oh my god. Look, I'll just carry him. We'll do that. Cheryl just picks up Nightwolf. I'll carry him.
Meh, it's almost nighttime
If I
anyway.
can. If Nightwolf goes through Cheryl. Damn it! Okay, Victor,
Yeah.
you carry him.
I'll be sure to. Carries Nightwolf.
So, what are we going to do if the demons show up?
We'll have to take care of them, no doubt. No doubt.
But what if Excalibur shows up?
That'll be difficult. We could utilize Inkrick again.
What?
However, we'll have to be careful.
Ingrid pokes his head up. What was that about me now?
You heard me.
And Greg puts his hand down for a minute. Do I at least get to kill and devour somebody?
Yes.
Yes. I get to murder and devour a bitch. Yay! And I don't need to deal with level 3 being so strict. Suddenly Ingrid gets spin kicked in the head. What was that about me now? Ow!
Yeah, jinx yourself.
Sure looks. Oh! Hey, level 3. Of course.
Well, at the least I managed to save your ass from the fire.
Well, of course. Although, seeing as Shiro is a spirit, he let himself be stubborn as usual and allowed himself to get killed. Oh, fuck you! How about no? How about yes, because you're assuming that I let myself get killed. First off, I actually had the balls to save Victor here because you actually capped him once. Hey! Hey! Took for offense to that motherfucker. And Ingrid looks at Victor. Okay, so what the hell are we doing? Are we going to fight somebody or are we just going to chill?
For now, we're going to head out, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll have an army full of demons that are stupid enough to attack us.
And I actually get to have my dinner. So yay, if that happens, I actually get to eat something.
Leads the group elsewhere. Along the way, though, a horde of demons appeared in the middle of a meadow. Why am I not surprised?
How much did you fucking call that shit?
You sons of bitches.
You know, let's see if I can fight these demons all with one arm. Holds that wolf in one arm, holds a sword in the other.
Ingrid puts his hand on Victor's shoulder. Hey. Let me kill them. Because this is my food.
Alright, sure.
And I actually found something that you might enjoy. He points over to one of the demons, which was a big demon. Why don't you have fun tearing that one up to shreds?
I'll still only need one arm. Goes to engage it.
Ingrid moves and fights the demons. Come at me, motherfuckers! Shiro just sits there watching. You know, this is enjoyable. Wait. He looks around. Oh. He was just watching Incorrect fight the demons and was watching Victor as well. Never mind.
Sliced up the demon with barely even any effort. You know what? I'm just gonna do this just to be a dick. Held the
held the hilt with nothing but his middle finger and slices the demon, putting it back into his arm. And there you go.
Wow. Wait. Cheryl looks at Razor. You gonna join the fight?
Brings out his machete. Why not?
Cheryl just sits there thinking to himself, why do I have a feeling that all I'm going to see is flying heads once you join the fight?
Victor points at the demon he killed.
Oh.
There's your answer.
Razor kills a few demons and leaves a few symbols on him that he likes.
Oh. Cheryl looks at the symbols. What do those stand for? Are they random or?
It's a family thing.
Oh. All you guys see is the demon get flung to a tree and this tree branch goes through its stomach. Well, damn! Rick walks over. Now that was fun. Don't ask.
Seriously, points up his middle finger. I literally killed the demon with just this middle finger.
Ingrid starts laughing, but dude, these demons tried their damn hardest to bite my kakujas, and they failed.
Oh, please. You should have seen the last batch of demons. One tried to poke at my sword and died instantly.
What?
Oh, yeah, that was 5 years ago. I was on the road. I was facing off a horde of demons, and lo and behold, some genius demon walks up, thinks the sword is not a holy blade, and dies instantly.
Wow.
Pretty much.
So, any other demons going to show up, or is that it?
Another horde shows up.
Cheryl looks at, I'm not sure. Ingrid looks at Razor and Victor. Killing montage.
Montage.
Drops Night Wolf to the ground. Let's have our fun, shall we?
Smiles insanely.
Ingrid smiles. All right, let's go!
Yeah.
But by the end of the montage, Victor killed everything except the heads.
Ingrid slowly claps as many demons were thrown into a pile. There we go!
Victor sheaths his sword, looking at the pile, getting a brilliant idea. Grabs both of the demon heads, rolls them into the pile, and gets a strike.
Wow.
There we go. Some kind of entertainment.
Yeah.
As soon as they were all grouped together, down came you-know-who. Back for more, I see. Back for more? You mean what? You mean you getting your ass whooped?
Ingrid rolls his eyes. You're not intimidating, motherfucker. Kaku just rip out from his back. And I'm gonna have fun tearing you to fucking shreds.
I was wondering which weapon I was going to use today. Silverblade, my own fist, or pulls a Kakuja out of his chest.
The fuck?
Oh, please. Kaneki was screaming.
Inkrick's ears twitched a bit. Okay. First off, when you fight against Kaneki, did his regeneration start the process? Because that stuff should heal very quickly.
Oh, I took note of it. Points to the fact that his face was not scarred either.
Inkrick's insane-looking face became a serious look. Inkrick stabs all four of his Kakuja blades through Excalibur's stomach and throws him into a tree. You know, you talking all smart and shit is about to piss me off.
Oh, trust me. Stabs Inkrick with the Kakuja. You're not the only one. Was wide-eyed.
Inkrick uses his Kakuja, grabbing a hold of Excalibur and slams him into the ground, and he pulls up the Kakuja blade. You know, even if you stab me, I ain't gonna go down so fucking easily.
Of course. Pulled the Kakujas out of his body and rehealed instantly as well.
Inkrick smiles and then moves, fighting off against Excalibur.
Both of them managed to get evenly matched until he was about to slice down Inkrick. Victor got in the middle of the attack, holding back the Kakuja. Pushed him back and utilized his strength to throw him away. Yeah.
Inkrick moves and strikes Excalibur full force with the Kakuja.
Gets dealt major damage, but does the same to Inkrick.
Now this is fun! Inkrick starts fighting Excalibur full force with the Kakuja blades.
They fight for a while until eventually Excalibur was about to deal a final blow to Inkrick when Victor, of course, intervenes. Had enough of you interfering! Blasts him down. Victor lands on his back.
Inkrick moves striking at Excalibur.
Takes advantage of the attack, throwing him down towards Victor, and was about to hit them both, falling downward. Victor grabs Inkrick, rolls out of the way, and dodges the attack so that both of them wouldn't get hit.
Inkrick stands up and Kakuja blades move, striking at Excalibur. Come at me, you son of a bitch!
Excalibur avoided Inkrick in order to go after Victor.
Inkrick moves and runs at Excalibur to strike him with the Kakuja blades.
Gets stabbed, and then stabs Inkrick backwards.
Ingrid flares a bit. Come on, Excalibur, is that all you got, or did Riku make you a bit more of a sorry excuse than you already are?
Oh, trust me, there's more to come. His eyes glue green, attacking full force against Inkrick, dealing massive damage, crippling him.
Ingrid starts to fight against Excalibur and utilizes his Kaguya blades to do damage to him.
Sorry, repeat that.
Ingrid starts to fight off against Excalibur, but hides the fact of what was said in the shoes and was behind Victor and them from knowing.
Excalibur looks around and then targets Victor once again. Was waiting for the opportunity for Inkrick to step forward. Instead, Victor's eyes flashed blue for an instant, appeared behind Excalibur, and attacked his back right at his weak spot. Didn't think I would forget, bastard. Utilizes his sword to throw him down on the ground. Inkrick, fuse with me. Inkrick, combine forces with me.
Alrighty then. Ingrid goes slow.
Utilizes his diamond blade to attack not only the weak spot but Excalibur's chest. Attacks him with ghoul-like with a ghoul Kaguya infused blade, and Alt was close to defeating him, but Excalibur strikes him at his heart with the Kaguya. At the very last minute, he relinquishes Inkrick in order for him to survive the attack. I will not let you take any more friends of mine. Grabs the sword from his chest, pushes off of Excalibur, pulls it out of his chest, and strikes Excalibur down with a Kakuja, hitting him at his weak point. Excalibur was nearly defeated, but was warped back. Victor realized, too afraid of letting go of your belongings. Why don't you face me like a man, Rico? Oh, I forgot. You wouldn't want to pay attention to a dead man, much like your master. Falls down on the ground, passed out. Still there, Nightwolf? Celestial?
Hmm.
Victor was saying, huh, can't show your face, Riku. I guess you wouldn't care about a dead man like your master. Victor fell on the ground, passed out. No way to respond?
I think everybody got quiet or some reason.
It's called being shocked.
Anyway,
Ingrid.
Victor passed out. Victor was passed out.
Ingrid looks at Victor.
Slowly re-healed. As Victor was passed out, Riku took the opportunity to strike down on Victor with a demonic lightning attack.
Ingrid moves to stop Riku, but
What? Is it my return?
I was thinking that you would have Excalibur kill Incorrect.
Oh. Alright, I guess. The lightning, when it shut down, he utilized it as a portal for Excalibur to come down once more and strike Inkrick as he was exposed.
Ingrid could say,
No more. Victor immediately woke up, seeing everything that had happened there. You bastard! Rushes over and was about to kill Excalibur, but Riku warped him back up.
Ingrid had fallen onto the ground and Cheryl was staying in Victor's crystal, shaking a bit.
Farewell, spirit boy. Riku went into his pocket dimension. Ran over to Inkrick and tried to heal him.
Cheryl looks at Ingrid from the crystal and then up towards Victor. Dude, I don't think it's working.
God damn it. We're supposed to be the strongest.
Cheryl looks at Victor, seeing his eyes were red again. Oh shit.
As his eyes were glowing red, a hint of white was under underlining it?
Hmm? Cheryl looks a bit confused.
Victor felt true sadness.
Cheryl looks at Victor. I'm really sorry.
Crick. His eyes were closed, but his aura was tense. He carried Inkrick all the way to where his home was.
Cheryl follows Victor. Hmm.
When they got to his home, Victor buried him nearby.
Cheryl's ears lowered a bit. I'm really, really sorry.
We did everything we could. In the end, it was all worth nothing. Looked over.
Hmm? What is it, Victor?
Know something?
What?
Step out. I know you're there.
Kaneki walks out. As tough as he was, and he falls to his death. Honestly, a bit shocking.
It's what to expect from a demon like him.
Kaneki shakes his head. Inkrick was a weak ghoul, but was also the strongest when it came to fighting. But in the end, he was always going to be the stubborn one to fall.
You're the most unique.
The most unique, but also the most strongest school that is to live.
As tough as your bravado is, you still struggled.
Back then, yes. But now, honestly, I don't struggle anymore because of the shit I had to go through.
No kidding.
Cook is always the stubborn one, but I'm actually surprised he was actually able to push himself this far.
You're telling me. Usually that's my job.
Is that so, even though you're stubborn?
Just because I'm stubborn doesn't mean I wouldn't go the farthest.
Even if it means risking your life and having yourself be killed in battle.
You'd be surprised how many times I've died like that.
But yet you come back.
Either by love or luck.
Whether by luck or love, it doesn't matter.
Anyway. You can keep your scoffing here.
Hmm.
We have
What was that?
mission. Go ahead and do whatever you want. Walks away.
You know something, kid? Saying to do whatever I want was a bad idea to say. Kinda keeps Kaguya, goes in the Inkrick's grave and pulls him out. Cheryl looks. What the fucking hell is he doing?
Realizes. Incorrect. Right. You're willing to kill your own brothers.
Kaneki begins to devour Incorrect. Shiro was sitting in the crystal a bit shocked and was trembling a bit.
Was a bit shaken up, but calmed himself down.
Kaneki had devoured Incorrect and wipes his mouth.
Now that I think about it, I'm not really surprised. You've killed and eaten your own brothers and sisters.
Do you really want to say it like that? Or more rather, having to deal with being tortured by someone who would make you go completely insane. And that person was a ghoul as well. Do you really think I cared for the fucking guy? No. I could care less what happens to other ghouls. I'm here to survive.
That I see you have just the same resolve as Incorrect. You may think you're not stubborn, but when the true hour shows itself, you'll see your true colors.
Kaneki walks away as well. Cheryl looks over to Victor and Paul's.
Notice this. What? Tag along or something?
Yeah. You don't want me to follow you.
Your reason?
You're my brother. I'm not gonna leave you behind, man.
True. Keeps walking.
Cheryl follows. Yeah.
eventually heads out and goes to finds a place nearby.
Mm.
Looks over and then closes his eyes real. Huh. I guess today is a day full of reunions. Ichigo.
Indeed it is.
Ichigo, the poison touch demon. Hard to believe you're actually named after someone who's good.
True. Shiro was glaring at Ichigo a bit. I don't trust him.
You don't have to. These are the reason why I've been able to adapt to core human poisons after all.
That is true, and no matter how many times I tried to poison you, you end up adapting to him either way.
Pretty much. Poisoning my body didn't affect my spirit, so having a vessel nearby allowed me to run a DNA test on it so that I could make an antidote permanently.
Ichigo just flicks Victor's forehead. Man, stop being a killjoy.
What is this place, though?
Huh?
I sense a lot of spiritual pressure here.
Oh, probably because of some spirits.
It's not spirits that I'm sensing. Someone else.
Oh? What might that be?
Kind of realized but couldn't picture a name. Blue eyes, a captain's hat.
Hmm.
A hollow? No, couldn't be.
Hmm.
Can't place the name entirely, but he's a captain, no doubt.
Is that so?
Huge spiritual pressure. Starts to realize.
Oh. What is it, if I may ask?
Describes him.
Ah! You're talking about Toshiro Hitsugaya. He's captain of the 10th squad back in the Soul Society.
I can feel it from here, but I've never seen him before.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember a certain hollow named Lillinette?
Actually, yes.
Toshiro knows about that side because that side of Celestial used to work with him. in this case, was trained under him. And in the case of the matter, after that, they pretty much went their separate ways to do their own things, and that's why Lynette is pretty much connected to Celestial and is actually under control.
Starts to realize, I remember now. I was there. I saw Lynette and him, but my vision is blurry. And I can't remember everything about it, but I remember some things. Meeting Lynette, meeting Toshiro, meeting a few others. Beyond that, it's a blur.
I guess your mind's being an ass. Well, why does he come into mind?
He said something about Spirit Clan. Like he knew me. Like he knew me beyond just my name.
So do you let me see if you still know your name's David, right?
Of course.
Still just checking. Just checking.
Of course I know that. I also know
I'm just checking.
I also know that my last name is not definitive.
That's obvious. I mean, come on, the Spirit Clan is always having the last name Minato. It's not fucking odd. But why would Toshiro come into mind? If I may ask. You said he mentioned something about the Spirit Clan. Is there a reason behind it?
It seemed like he knew beyond just my name.
Is that so?
I never got to find the answers. Last thing I remember was being transported to a mansion.
Here's the question, though. Are you really able to see them? Even though they're Soul Reapers?
I don't know. I feel like I can, but I don't know for sure. I can definitely feel strong spiritual presence in this place.
If you can feel spiritual pressure, that means you can feel the spirits of those types of people. But that surely could show if you could see hollows, you can also see, of course, Soul Reapers.
Then it is possible. I don't know how I can though. Maybe a blessing? I don't know.
Possibly, but who knows? I mean, after all...
Go ahead.
I mean, after all, knowing Toshiro Hitsugaya, he is very predictable to figure out. At the same time, it's too hard to piece together.
True point. Suddenly, a gush of spiritual pressure hit Victor away from the group.
Cold winds start to pick up. Wow. And what do you know? Surprising. Looks like he sensed that you were here.
A rogue Vastalode appeared. A rogue Vastalode appeared out of control.
Of course. Ichigo goes into a battle stance. Before Ichigo could do anything, a giant ice pillar forms. Senman Hiro. The pillar starts to go together and destroys the Veras Lodes. Honestly, these halls have become too predictable lately. We need to stop getting in the way of many people here in the overworld.
Looks over. Gets back up and sees. Eyes shocked.
The male looks over to David. He gets ready to leave.
My captain.
Toshiro looks at David. Remember, kid. In this world, when it comes to hollows, you gotta predict on what they can do. Always go for the mask of horns to take them out and set their spirits free.
Realizes.
Toshiro vanishes. Ichigo looks over to Victor. Oh, damn. What is it?
The last time I fought a Loras Verdas, almost the same thing happened.
Is that so? Are you talking about Shiro's Lodas Vadas? Shiro gives a glare. Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
I managed to do exactly as he said, but not out of knowing it. I knew something involved it, but now it makes sense.
But wait, why would Lodas Vadas be around here?
It kind of makes sense, right?
And
I
how?
could feel large spiritual pressure earlier, as if it was hiding, waiting, just like that day.
And when was this?
The day Shiro went out. The day Shiro went out of control was also the day the city was attacked for about a week. A couple of hollows came over to Shiro's home world, invading the place. It was up to myself, Kobe, and Koga's father. We banded together to fight against the hollow. We ended up defeating it, sealing it away. However, they didn't realize that the hollow wanted to be captured inside of Shiro's crystal. Without having the strong enough power to do it, Shiro was knocked out, and the hollow took over. It devastated really the entire place. I tried to stop it, but couldn't really do anything about it. When I finally defeated the hollow, it was already too late. Shiro gained control, and his demonic self destroyed the entire place.
You said Toshiro knew something about your clan. Have you even tried to figure out if you could ask him any questions? Or does he just vanish after he comes to save your ass?
I need to find more answers.
So which means we have to find him.
You don't need to worry about that. When I looked into his eyes, I could see everything from my past. I know where he is.
So,
He meets at the barrier of the Soul Society and the match of the Arankars.
oh god, them.
He meets in a camp at the border of those two places.
So I guess he's waiting for you there. He honestly knows that you will be coming to find him. After all, he is a child prodigy.
Well, of course. I remember meeting him there. And now I must go there. If any of you guys want to stay behind, I suggest taking the route in the forest there. You'll find a cabin. It's a place I used to go to.
That's
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Anybody else? Feel free to follow. Heads over to that location.
Ichigo follows and looks around. You know, you really need to be careful. You don't know what would show up.
After that attack, I don't think I'll be surprised anymore.
But why would Toshiro know stuff about you and your clan? That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. How does he know about you and your clan?
I'm actually going to take a guess. Maybe it's Lynette.
Probably.
There's also the unlikely chance he knew my father.
Possibly. I can only see if I can lead you to where he might be, but I can't go as far as to going towards him because he would kill me on sight.
Right.
Ichigo looks and sees the woods. If you keep going straight forward from there, you should see him. I can't go any further.
Understood.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't get yourself killed, motherfucker.
Make sure to take... Actually, why don't you go take a visit to old Slendy?
We'll see what happens.
Heads over. Later. Arrives at the camp.
Toshiro was standing there leaning against the tree with his eyes closed. You know, it's honestly predictable that you would show yourself here.
It's also predictable that you would wait here.
Toshiro opens his eyes and looks at David. You came looking for answers. Is that it?
Why, of course. Captain Totoro.
If you need to ask your questions, go ahead. I'll answer.
You said back then that you knew about some of my ancestors. That you knew about my clan. I never told anyone else that. I assumed maybe Lilith, but you knew my father, didn't you?
I knew your father quite well as a person. That's what I know at the very least. Your father used to communicate with the head captain of the Soul Society.
Anytime you ever went over there, did he crack a few lame jokes?
Mostly towards Mayori, but that's about it.
Kind of figured. He at least did one person. Deep down, I couldn't really figure it out, but some of the designs he had for some of his weapons, he always commemorated a symbol as praise, or something he found.
Well, of course.
It's quite funny. There was a shield that bore the same symbol that you have. Was looking at it.
Of course. I mean, it's obvious that a shield would have the symbol of the 10th squad.
Probably high praise. Unless he was a part of that too.
Your father wasn't part of any of the squadron that was part of the Soul Society. He would only come there to rather speak to me or Mayori. Or in this case of the matter, he would also speak to Byakuya.
Byakuya?
Byakuya Kushiki. He's the captain.
I see.
I know you told that demon, or in this case, that hollow, about what happened back in the past and how I told you that I knew about your clan.
I did. And he told me to come to you. And he stayed behind.
Do you have any other questions?
What was I doing in the mansion back then?
Back in the mansion?
All I can remember is after I talked to you back then, I was somehow transported into a mansion full of Arankars.
That to explain. You were teleported there. You're being tested by your strength and abilities. People were testing you, or in this case, people from the Soul Society. They were testing you to see if you were worthy to even see us or speak to us about any situation that you had. They were trying to see if you had the same abilities as your father.
I see.
Do you have any other questions? I will say this. Toshiro looks at David. What happens now cannot be changed. He pulls out his sword but points the hilt at Shiro, and what happens further on is unable to be predicted. However, if things turn the worse, nothing can be changed. Shiro stares a bit shocked but at the same time confused. What does he mean by that?
Dot, dot, dot.
Shiro looks over to Victor. Do you know what he means by that? Shiro looks at Toshiro. Do you mind explaining yourself? If I were to say, it would make no sense, nor would it actually make a difference. As I said, what happens now and further on is unpredictable. But in case of your perspective, further on I can tell you're in some serious danger. Wait, what do you mean by that? As I said, I cannot explain. Shiro felt a bit scared. You should be lucky. Since you're attached to a permanent body, you won't be able to become a hollow. What? Toshiro
I want
points.
to save you.
What do you mean? Hold on. Explain. Toshiro points the blade towards Shiro's chest. There. Where your heart lies. To basically sum it up, chains would appear on that part of your body and slowly break. And if something were to react and pull the chain, a hole would appear in the chest, causing you to become a hollow. In that state with the chain, however, you're a demi-hollow. But if worse comes to shove, you would become a Vidas Lourdes. Mm-hmm.
Means there's a good chance that no matter what I do, I may not be able to save you. Which means, from this point on, nothing is certain.
Nothing is certain, nor shall it be predicted to go the right turn of events. So which means, whatever happens further on is what happens by choice. Wait, Hitsugaya. What do you mean? What's going to happen? As I said, what happens further on.
I'll put it simply. As soon as he said that, only he could hear distinct wolf noises. Was shaking in fear.
Toshiro looks up at David. He spins his blade around and hits him with the hilt of the blade. Calm your mind. Do not let your fear overcome you.
calms down but was still afraid. Howl of the Demon. Council of the Wolves.
Cheryl looks at David. What do you mean?
Only one has been in existence. The commune of the wolves. The founders of every clan. Shall gather upon a rock and declare the fate of this world.
So Cheryl closes his eyes. And in this case, it will decide your fate, Tozaku. Wait.
Not just his. Mine. High wolves, razors, nightmares, kogas, Korihimes, Jaggedacks, name it. It'll decide the fate of everyone on the planet.
It would even decide Celestial's fate. Cheryl's eyes widen a bit. Hold on, you leave her out of this. Toshiro puts his hand up. Listen to what I have to say. As David pointed out, the wolves will decide the fate. However, the Tozaku's fate is more of a mess. What do you mean? I'm saying, for you and Celestial, your fates have already been decided. Wait, what? I shall not say furthermore. No, explain yourself! Sarah was getting a bit agitated.
Just because you're a spirit doesn't mean you can't die.
No, that's impossible. No, there's no way in hell someone could destroy a spirit. Right?
There is one. And if the commune of the wolves is upon me, then I must attend.
Toshiro looks at Victor. I will say this. There is something more of a threat inside of you that is waiting to break loose. Worse than your crazy self. I can sense spiritual energy from here. It's waiting to be released.
Knows exactly what he meant.
And by the way of your fear, and by the way of your spiritual pressure, it shows that it has the ability to take control whenever necessary. Or it will take control on its free will.
Knows exactly what he meant.
If you let your anger get to you. Wait, what is he talking about?
You saw yourself.
No, I didn't. The only thing I know of is Crazy Davy. What the hell is he talking about?
You remember when I was sad?
Yes.
There was a white underling.
Yes, of course. But that doesn't mean anything bad.
I
Come on.
cannot speak its name, for it is forbidden for me. But let's just say its origin is beyond anything we've ever seen.
To basically sum it up, Tozuku, it's something as people would call it, a berserk. A what? Explain. What is a berserk? What are you talking about? It's a mutated version of his anger.
Think of it this way. If I become enraged, I become crazy. But if I feel something beyond that, like primal fear or primal anger, something within me reaches out and forms itself into a new, mutated state. That mutated state takes over my body completely. My body becomes burnt in a way. And my spirit is corrupted. It takes the form of something that even I don't know of. Something ancient. Even beyond the one that is hidden within me.
Shiro was a bit shocked. Holy shit. Toshiro looks at David and Shiro. For now, you two have 2 days until the wolves decide the fate. However, as I said, Shiro and Celestial's fate has been decided, which leaves you 2 days, David, to figure out what will happen.
Right.
Make those 2 days count. Toshiro walks away.
Follow me, Shiro.
Sure. Shiro follows David.
Takes him and the group over to his hometown.
Shiro looks around. Oh, hey, I remember this. You showed me this place.
This is my homeworld. But the area next to it is where Ichinose is.
Oh?
Ichinose was one of my greatest friends as a kid. He was part of the original group. We were a group of 5 back then. Myself, Yuki Hakura, Ichinose, Shion, and another
Let's see.
and Tomoe. We're all people that were tasked by the school as well as the city to go after paranormal activities that were plaguing the area. A lot of those paranormal activities led us to an entity known as Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was so named because he is a sorcerer who was mighty enough to kill gods.
I see.
Yeah. It was any luck that I ever survived. I tapped into my primal rage that day and was able to defeat him. We had a long, enduring battle with Hades, where he deemed me worthy of Charybdis. However, because of that, Hyakura, supposedly Ichinose at the time.
That's so.
Yatsuki Tetsuro, Shion, Tomoe, they all died before my hands.
Wait. So you're trying to tell me that you were forced to kill them?
Oh, even worse than that. I wasn't able to do a thing. I could at least move my own body in that fight against Excalibur. Ragnarok forced me to watch my friends die. I couldn't do anything until I tapped into my primal hatred. Which set me free. The only one that survived other than me was Ichinose. And my ex-girlfriend, Miyu. Just by surviving, Miyumi was granted angelhood. She ascended into heaven, becoming an angel that would be allowed one day of being a human.
That's so.
Yeah.
So you're saying that hold on, what else happened?
Over the years, I had heard word from Ichinose that many clans tried to kill him while I was away. I found out that he survived every encounter, but every clan leader tried to take him down because he was the last one. They didn't come after me because I was dealing with other people trying to take my life.
Right.
They mainly attacked Ichinose because he was always inside that place. He guarded his village. Because unlike this place, there were at least buildings and his.
Right.
The
Tribune of the Wolves takes place in the Demon Summoning Clan's village, which is nearby. For many years, the Misato clan they had to deal with many people trying to kill them. Ichinose thought that his whole family never loved him, but they indeed did it to protect him. As a result, he watched his parents get eaten alive.
Eaten.
Yes. A demonic entity created by Ragnarok was sent to kill the leaders. He succeeded, but they weren't able to do it with my village. I managed to scare the beast away, with nothing but my fury taking over, and Charybdis helping me out that day. I almost took down the beast, and it fled. That same day, it went after Ichinose's village, managed to wipe it all out. But then, when Ichinose tried to defeat it, it was playing with him, as if he was nothing. Years later, we both found the demon that had killed our village, and we finally destroyed it. Boy, did I fall into a trap. When we killed it, we found out that Ragnarok had predicted that we would eventually kill it. And once it did, he would be alerted. That's how he knew we were alive.
Right.
And the worst part is, if what I fear is correct, then my oldest enemy, Jared, will be back.
Well, I mean, we can take Jared out as a team, right? No, a family. We're a family, all as one.
I really wish that would be enough.
What do you mean?
Explains everything about Jared.
Dude, we have enough power to take him out as one whole group, as a family. We can do that.
Remember how I said there was one that could destroy spirits?
Yeah. General looks at David and sees eyes turn red a bit. What do you mean he's the one?
"10 years ago, my last fight with German. Goes into his crazy form in order to show the spiritual scars.
General looks at Victor.
I faced off against Jared one last time, over 10 years ago. I wasn't able to defeat him, so I sealed him away. He knew all my moves, all my strategies, how to counteract them, as well as Charybdis's. Just from that fight alone, I had 20 out of 30 scars. 10 of them were from a vampire.
And the others?
What do you mean?
The other scars. You said that the 20 came from a vampire.
No. 20 came from that fight alone. 10 came from a vampire.
See.
He pierced my body, my spirit. I was enraged to the max, and he took advantage of my fear. Utterly manipulated me. And over 15 years ago, he took advantage of my fear and forced me to kill an innocent family. Using his own form of mind control. No matter what I did, I couldn't stop myself. Started crying. Started crying immensely.
Why didn't you try to fight back? I mean, fighting back would have been the best way to get out of the manipulated state.
I couldn't! I tried everything. Every single tactic. No matter what I did, my sins were spilt. My blood is spilled on my hands. And I could do nothing. I tried fighting. I tried pushing myself back. I even stopped time. And he manipulated me. He got me out of those states and forced me to kill that day.
truly terrifying, and I have no way to beat him. The only way you can defeat a man like him is to have no fear at all. Never got it, never felt it, nothing.
So if his anger grow a bit. You know, it pisses me off how someone would manipulate you into killing some people that are innocent.
You should have seen Sector 17.
Don't get me even started with them.
I had to live it every day. I'm glad I escaped both of them. But if he comes back, there's nothing I can do at all. Nothing except try to hold him back.
Cheryl looks at Victor. Dude, you know we can help you with this. You just stay calm and actually cope with yourself. We might be able to take him out.
Calms down.
Just bear with me, alright?
Alright.
Yeah. Cheryl hits Victor's head. Numbskull.
I think now's a good idea to end.
Yeah.
Do what?
I think now's a good time to end.
Because we've been like 4
4
hours.
That's it.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Alright. Well, this is Celestial Underhound signing off. Well, Celestial the Great. Whatever, go!
This is Victor Hale signing off.
This is Nightmare signing off.
Unknown Razor's out of the ship.
Alright. And I'm your host, the god of tacos.
Oh,
You guys
gosh.
will get the fuck out of here. Over, what are you still doing?
Get the
When
fuck
you go ahead, get some tacos, boy.
Get the fuck out.
It's
We're done.
What am I still
It was
doing
over.
here? It's over.